No one believed her, till it was too late. Amaka pressed herself against the cold wall, breath shallow, heart thudding like thunder. Tunde's footsteps crept closer. Her small hands clutched her doll, the only thing she had left to hold on to. "Amaka," he cooed through the door, voice smooth and coaxing. "Don't be silly, it's just a game." She didn't move. He always found her. Always. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more intriguing stories like this. Also like and comment where you're watching from. From the outside, the Okonkwo family looked perfect. Ngozi and Chuka were the sort of power couple that made headlines. Ngozi was a celebrated architect with a portfolio of luxury estates across Lagos and Dubai, while Chuka was a real estate mogul known for his charm and ruthless deals. Their mansion shimmered with gloss and glory. They had built their empire from nothing. But now they had everything. Everything but presence. In their pursuit of power, they had left someone behind. Amaka, their only daughter. She was 8 years old, quiet, curious, and far too observant for her age. She didn't complain. Not when the driver forgot to pick her from school on time. Not when her birthday passed without notice. She just lived in her parents' shadow. Amaka has lived her life like this for as long as she could remember, but one day everything changed with the arrival of Tunde. Ngozi had announced it like a gift. "My nephew is coming to live with us, just for a while." And true to her word, he came. 10 years old, tall for his age, polished, articulate, and unnervingly charming. He called adults sir and ma with ease. He was the type you would tag a good boy with a boundless future. But Amaka wasn't fooled. She could smell an inner rottenness coated with humility. She trusted this feeling, and the uneasiness of what it signified unnerved her. She couldn't pinpoint. Maybe it was the way he stared too long, or how his fingers lingered when he took her hand. Whatever it was, she didn't like it, she told her mother. Ngozi waved it off. "He's just being friendly. Be nice." Tunde's voice always carried a softness when adults were near, but alone, his words curled like suffocating and sharp. That was when Amaka learned that even in a house filled with people, you could still feel trapped. One day, Amaka was on her bed reading a book when Tunde barged in. He walked straight to her and violently jerked her head up. Before she could make sense of the situation, he kissed her. Amaka sobbed when she was finally left alone. Tunde had run out when he heard the sound of footsteps, but he didn't forget to threaten that she will suffer miserably if she let out word of his act. Days rolled by, and Amaka was violated several times. She had cried and reported to her mom occasionally, but was given the cold shoulder. Eventually, she could only think of locking herself in the room. She only came out if an adult was with her or Tunde wasn't nearby. But could she hide for long? One day, Amaka heard her name being called. As she was rushing down, Tunde appeared suddenly, pulling her to a tight hug. He whispered, "You know you're mine, right?" "I am not," Amaka yelled as she tried to break out of his arms. Unfortunately, she was too weak. "You can't avoid me," Tunde sneered while mocking her pitiful attempts. He pushed her onto the couch, smiling. "You're mine. Stop," she begged. He didn't. Then, a knock. The maid Ifunanya walked in. Tunde jumped up, wearing that sickening, innocent grin. "She's just cranky," he lied. Ifunanya hesitated but said nothing. Tunde was angry and frustrated at how Ifunanya the housemaid interrupted him. He was also slightly afraid at the possibility of her reporting what she saw. Tunde reported and accused Ifunanya, heaping all manner of nonsense he could think of, and eventually Ngozi chased her out. When Ifunanya left another maid, Abena took over. She saw the fear in Amaka's eyes. She asked questions, showed kindness. But Tunde noticed. He confronted Abena. "Do your job and stay out of our family business." Abena felt helpless, but she didn't do anything rash. One afternoon she overheard him. "You won't get away from me. No one believes you," Tunde snapped at Amaka. Abena rushed to the girl's room. "Sweetie," she whispered, kneeling. "You don't have to be scared. Tell me the truth." Amaka's lips trembled. Then a nod. But Tunde burst in, eyes blazing. "You!" he shouted, shoving Abena. Then he ran, screaming for the adults. Ngozi and Chuka stormed in. Chaos. "What is the matter, Ngozi?" yelled in annoyance. "Ma'am, I think your daughter Amaka is being molested by Tunde." "She's lying," Tunde cried, but this time Amaka didn't hide. "It's true." "He hurt me," she said. "It's a lie," Tunde swore up and down. "She's just sad I don't play with her again?" "Tunde touched me." This time, Amaka spoke resolutely and even started crying. Ngozi froze. The signs had always been there. She just never looked. Chuka's face darkened with realization. Police arrived. Amaka was removed from the home. An investigation followed. Abena testified. Amaka spoke bravely. Then came the final blow. DNA tests revealed Tunde wasn't just a cousin. He was Amaka's half-brother, the product of an affair, a buried family secret. Chuka crumbled. Ngozi broke. Their empire collapsed, their marriage dissolved, and no amount of money could save them from the truth. Amaka's nightmare ended not with an apology, but with action. Social services placed her with a loving family, one that saw her, heard her, protected her. Abena was hailed a hero, the one person who refused to stay silent. And Amaka. For the first time in her young life, she was safe. Yes, the scars would remain, but so would the hope. She had a real family now, one built not on blood, but on love. And as she stepped into her future, she carried with her the courage to speak, the strength to heal, and the knowledge that she was never going back. Parents, listen. Pay attention. Be present. Your children are your greatest priority, your greatest assignment, achievement, and assets. When your child is in danger, they should run to you, not away from you. We are here to give you stories with intense moments and deep, rich lessons. Please subscribe so you don't miss out.